What do you say now?
Nah. It was fast. What are we here? We like 200 people, huh? If we go down to the yard now, how many will fight? How many will fight? Put on gloves, you don't know your opponent. How many will fight the chances? Now, we go now. 2 guys. You go now, you don't know who you're gonna fight. You can fight a big guy, a small guy, but how many of you will fight?
6 guys.
Okay,
7.
You go down to the supermarket, huh? You go with your mom. Big guy, he bumps into your mom. He said, "What the fuck you do, you whore?" Huh? How the fuck? You slap your mom around. How many of you will fight? Oi. What is the difference?
I would say, have you fought with Martin?
You tell me the difference, huh? If you don't want to fight down here, safe down here, but you want to fight this big guys, maybe he got, you know, some funny stuff in his nose, he takes steroids, big tattoos on his arm, big crosses, how many guys he killed. You want to fight this guy, but you don't want to, only 6 guys want to fight down here. You think that's, you think that can be real? You know, if you don't want to fight down here, and you want to fight this big guy is much more dangerous, but you still want to fight him. You explain it to me. You understand it?
Yes.
Huh? See, we have this class in the WT center, and I said, okay guys, how many of you would defend your mom? Yeah, we all want to defend, come on. They say, okay, and we teach the class, we did some stuff, and I pulled one at the time. I took them to another room, the guys, huh? And I said, you put that helmet on now, and you and me will fight. And I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. I'm gonna kick you so much. I'm gonna kick your teeth out. I'm gonna thump. And they said, you cannot do that. You're my instructor. Come on. I sit down. You just hit me. Don't worry. You understand? But they all said, yeah, I want to defend my mom. But only 2 of a class of 30 people want to fight me in the other room, huh? Can you see? It's all about the brain. Brain is playing with you. You say now, we're so strong. Huh? Of course we can do Wing Chun. Of course we can do martial arts. It's these guys want to come harassing my mom. I want to defend my mom. But you don't want to fight down here. You don't want to fight if I take you to another room. Sifu Henning took you to another room. I cannot see. You understand? There's something wrong here. But it's your brain playing with you. Okay? It's very important for me to say that. Of course, everybody is afraid of fighting.
Even you?
Yeah, of course.
You're not kidding?
You know,
You're afraid?
I'm very afraid. Very afraid. But I'm doing it. Okay? And another thing I have to say, it's very important for me to say that a lot of the guys who are in the top of the WT now have like 250 fights. You Sifu here, you new Sifu Morten, Sifu Kenneth, Sifu David, get a lot of fight. And see where they are now? They're so strong. And nobody can fuck with those guys. They're so strong, they have so much confidence in themselves. Okay, but they did it the hard way. I'm not saying that everybody gonna, you know, running around, fight. A lot of you guys do it technical and want to have like the martial arts side of it. But I think it's important that you also know your limits and you also have to try to fight. Okay? So don't let your brain stop you. It's very important. See, we also have this, we only have 1 fighter class in the WT Center every Thursday at 2 o'clock. And a lot of the guys, all the guys come, oh, it's so shitty that it's 2 o'clock. We work, you know, we cannot come 2 o'clock. Okay, we did a class 6 o'clock Fridays. Friday, 6 o'clock, I had to go to disco, I cannot have blue eyes. What are you thinking about? All those guys, you know, who said, we can come at 6 o'clock, just name the day. We took Friday, 1, 2 shows up. You're seeing here, Casper comes. You know, nobody comes. It's all about the brain. Of course, or the ego. Maybe they're not so good as they think they are. Maybe they can be punched around. Maybe they're gonna meet this huge guy, Dennis, we have in the WT Center, 105 kilo, 60% of fat, big arms. You know, I'm not gonna meet him. But tell me, a guy can come on the street. Huh? What you want to do if he bumps into you at the street? He'd probably take one of you guys because you're small. He's not taking Alan. Stand up, please. He's not taking this guy, huh? This guy is gonna kick his ass. Oh, sit down. No, I take you. Stand up. See, much more easy. But what should this guy do? What should this guy do if this big guy comes around? Should he lie down? Listen up. Should he let him kick his teeth out? Think, oh, that's very understand? Or should he fight his chance? What should he do? Of course he should fight his chance. Nobody should fuck with you. Okay? Maybe he got smacked around anyway, but he's really, if his friend is in it, it's gonna be very dangerous opponent. But why shouldn't then try and have a VT fight? No. So, something to think about. And don't let your brains play with you. It's all here. All here.
Let me tell you one more thing. Carsten just came here, he never knew this was going to happen. He's never prepared for anything. I'm just asking for fun. I think, let me see how he will react if I say that. And you see what he did? And this should teach you one more thing. The utility of this psychology, the utility of this way of looking at things, you can use it in every place and every area of your life. Just thinking that courage is not a feeling. Courage is an act in spite of a feeling. Did you get it? Courage is not a feeling. I mean, if you wait for the feeling, you think Carsten just felt totally great that he's going to speak to you now? Of course not. He never knew it. I'm even surprised myself that he did it.
In a foreign language?
I thought he will, yeah, in a foreign language. I thought maybe he will make some excuse. But I'm totally proud that he didn't do it. And I wish I had some kind of test I could sign. You'll pass this test. Oh, everybody stand up and laugh.
Nice job. Can you curse job?
Huh? So all these things start to enter, and this is your own real worst enemy which enters your mind now. This is your own inside fear, doubt, and worry. They start to come up. They surface, and you have to take each of them and look at it and continue. And if you then continue and you discard your fear, you discard your worries, you get rid of all these things and you continue, then you will be a totally different person within 1 year. This is what I told about Casper. Last year he had 0 fights and he had 0 confidence. So I don't know about that. But this year he has 30 fights. And I think if you ask him, he has confidence, but in a realistic way. He said, I don't know if I can beat everybody, but I know I can damn well try my best against anybody. And this is all it takes. This is all it takes. And then we come to the next, as we were talking about, and that is the giving yourself 100% when you really enter something. Just try it. Suppose Carsten had started to open his mouth today, and he didn't say much. He said, would you like it? I don't think so. But he just, I asked him to do it, and he did it, not 70%, he did it 110%. And then it became a good thing he did. So when you fight, it's just the same thing. That could be an English joke. I just didn't know it. So, this is the next thing. So now we have a few points we have made. One point is the opposite of fear is courage. Courage is not really a feeling. Courage is an act in spite of a feeling. When you show courage and when you start to practice courage in your life, it's not got to do with hitting anybody's nose. It's a kind of thing you can use when you just suddenly have to speak in front of 200 people. You can do it because you have, you're just used to doing something which scares you. And you can try your best to do the best you have. And Carsten also recently told me he was going for exams. And normally most people, they have been tested for the exams. They wait so many years for studying some subject. And now within 1 hour, everything has to be decided. You've been here so many years, you have read your homework so many times, or you haven't read it at all. I don't know. And now they will give you some number which is supposed to state how good you are, how much you studied. So it tends to give you some fear. Because the worth you have is determined by somebody else. I don't like that. And I don't think most people like it. So you feel something. But all his friends in his class, they always said, oh, so afraid. All the signs which we talked about when we talked about the ACT, edge thing, circle within the body, everybody had the same symptoms. But he just could cope with it. It was just like a natural thing, because what can this guy do to you? What can this guy ask you, which will be more fearful than somebody hitting you in the face every Thursday? It's just like pale in complexion. So when you're in the disco and you really want to dance with this girl and she's so nice and you're just so afraid she's gonna say no, then you just think, hey, I'm afraid she's gonna say no. But I will ask her anyway. And you ask her and she says yes. And then you'll get married and have children. Happily ever after. So this is the way you should look at it. You should not look that you should be fighters and you just go and hit somebody on the head and you're so terrible and you can beat everybody. Because not everybody can be Superman. And not everybody should be Superman. But everybody should have a thing in their life where they have a chance to develop and go forward and improve and be better next year than I was last year. Or do the things I want to do without being stopped by my own fear. This is what it's all about. And then there's one last thing which is very necessary to talk about in this context. And this is the one thing. I see it everywhere in myself and everywhere I look. We have so many desires. I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to be first technician. I want to have a big car. I want to whatever. I want to have a nice girlfriend. I want to have a whatever. You know, so many things. I want to have this clothes. I want to have this music. I want to have this TV. I want to have whatever. So many things we want in our life, and we have so little energy to go and get it. And I know how much it takes just to be a good fighter. How much energy Carsten put in getting 50 fights or whatever. Now almost he will get 100 soon. But when he got his certificate for 50 fights and he got his certificate for Fight Club instructor and he fought the big guy, how much energy, how many hours do you think he spent to get it? Is it the kind of thing anybody can just walk out and take it? Is it the kind of thing you put some coins and you get it? Of course not. You have to really, really work. And if anything is worth getting in your life, you have to pay for it. It's not just a thing. If they give it freely, I don't want to have it. It's not worth anything. Why do you think so few people reach to the top of Mount Everest? Because it's really difficult to get there. And if you want to get there, you have to be so determined about going there. Do you think I'm going to Mount Everest, now I want an ice cream, and you go and get an ice cream, oh, I think I want Mount Everest, you go, oh, no, I want a new car. You're never going to get Mount Everest, you're never going to reach the top, because how much energy do you have? You only have so much energy, and you should not put it everywhere. You should put it in a few places which is realistic for you to go and get the thing you want to get. So if you do Wing Chun and you are becoming a doctor, you have to choose. I'm a doctor, I'm a plastic surgeon, I have to read so much, I have to have so many exams, and I like Wing Chun, but what do I like most? What is most necessary for me? And then I advise, suppose you really want to be a professional or plastic surgeon, go and do it. And Wing Chun will be your hobby. Don't go and fight, of course not. You should just come 2 times a week and do your thing and have the vital charisma which stems from feeling, hey, I have the best system in the world and I think I can do a pretty good job if somebody jumps me. But you shouldn't do like this guy. Don't think about anything else at all. Just train every day and never stop training and train so many hours and you see people say, hey, don't train so much, and you still do it. And you shouldn't do that, because if you do it, your plastic surgery, whatever, is going to suffer. So this is what I mean. You have so much power, you apply it in one place. You let your energy go here, there, here. You can do it, but you're not going to get anything. You should apply whatever energy you have, and you concentrate in a few areas. And where should you concentrate? I can't tell you. You have to find out yourself. But I can tell you one thing. Every man in his own heart, he will feel something. This is my dream. This is what I want to do. So do it. Why not? You can do it, and you can get what you want. I believe it, totally. And I've seen it again and again. But when you look again, try to look again and see how many things do you carry in your heart which comes from other people's desires. Other people told you, oh, this is so desirable. Other people told you, oh, this is really nice. Other people, you should get, you go to Hawaii, you go to, I was in Hawaii, no, I wasn't in Hawaii. I was in a holiday, I can tell you the place, and it was totally fantastic. I just lie there, and I was just in the water, and it was like the sun was shining, and there was and the girls, and it was just totally fantastic. I forgot about my work, I forgot about my worries, and I just became one with everything, and I was happy. And when I came home, I had so much energy, and I was ready for everything, and I told you about it. And you said, hey, where is it? Yeah, this address. And you go there and you lie and bask in the water. They say, when is it coming? It's not the kind of thing that comes. It's the kind of thing that comes not from going to some specific place that I told you. It's the kind of thing that comes from going with your own heart. And you are the one who knows what you should do. I don't know what you should do. You know it. You feel it. So you follow that feeling. But you just pay attention when you follow. Where did I get this idea from? Is it my own idea? Or did somebody impose from outside and told you this is good, and you have to do what other people think? I think everybody inside knows, if they really look, what is desirable, what I want to do. And if you decide and you think it's a good thing, do it. But don't do it 10%. Do it 100%. Or if you have no time to do it 100%, hey, do it 50%. But no, don't worry about the other 50%. Don't think, oh shit, I should have done it more. I should accept it and go on. So this is pretty much the end of the story. So last is just questions, and if you want to ask anything, you should do it quite shortly.
No, but I just wanted to...
This is the essence of the whole thing. It's not about fighting. It's about what it's about.
But then again, fighting can be a way, because a lot of us, we like Wing Chun. Some of us love Wing Chun. So, and once in a while there comes this fool around who want to challenge us. Of course, our Sifus have told us to be nice to people. We don't want to punch them down because they say Wing Chun sucks. But some... Yes. But I work as a doorman as well, and a lot of people know that I train Wing Chun. So this guy comes up to me one day, and he's a big guy. He trains some other Kung Fu style, and he starts to be nice. We talk a bit about the styles. I listen to him, like I've learned from the Sifu. Of course, I'm nice to the guy. He say that he trained a very good system. I say, oh, well, let him hear. And then he gets courageous. He tries to pull the line a bit longer. So he says, "My Sifu beat Sifu Henning." What? He was silent. And of course, I could have smacked him down, of course, but I said, oh, you Sifu must be a very strong guy. Because I know Sifu Henning. For me, he's a strong guy. And he looks at me, and then he says, I beat Sifu Henning. And then, of course, enough is enough. And I said, okay, if you beat one of my Sifus, you can beat me. I don't want to hear any more of your shit. I've been nice to you, so let's go to the yard and have a fight. Let's see, because I'm nothing. I'm just a student. And if you beat my Sifus, you can beat me. He says, okay, let's go. And that took me by surprise, because I thought he was just talking, But we went into the yard, and he did warm up the worm style, and so I'm watching this guy, and he did all very nice. He did all. I'm standing like 4 meters away, and I'm waiting. Of course, he should have his moment to warm up. And he said, "Okay, what's now?" He said to me. I said, "Okay, now I'm gonna knock you down, I'm gonna kick your teeth out." And he said, oh, I'm not quite ready for that. And I said, what did you think? Oh, but he hit me, and I hit him, and he so I said, I cannot do that. Okay, I cannot do that. If you want to hit me, we fight. Or else you must go out again and be nice, And he said, oh, I go. And then there was this guy who trained the same system, who worked in another bar, and I said, hey, I just have one of your students, very funny guy. He said, what? And he pulled his student in, and they fight in the yard. And it was very funny, because they did this both. And I was sitting on the roof watching them, and they got in a fight. And then this guy who first challenged me, I challenged my Sifu, he got a kick on the leg, and he said, time out, time out. Oh, he said, it was very funny, it was very funny. But you know what, of course, I didn't want to defend the system, because he pulled the line so much. I was nice to him, I was talking about his system and all that. But I was always also ready to, show him where you lie. Okay? But if I haven't got like that experience with the WT fights, I will never have done that. Because maybe I doubted myself. But now I took him by surprise, and he was not ready for that. but he could talk a lot.